I have an academy and we teach, DeFi in the academy, but I've also taught people how to build businesses and brands. And, Sebastien, there's a famous article on the web that was written by Kevin Kelly called Your 1,000 True Fans. And it was that, you probably know it, it was this concept of the long tail the internet brought. He basically said, you don't need 1 million fans, you just need 1,000. I had someone on the other day that said, Brian, with the metaverse, you need 100, with NFTs. And so focus on adding great value to a few people, make the connection, deliver value, and you don't have to rack up millions and millions of passive fans. You can have real connection, add real value, and then, take all the value for yourself to create more things. And yeah, it's a incredible concept. And I never thought I would be saying 100 true fans. But is it getting closer to 100 than 1,000?
So far, in Web3, given the size of the overall number of wallets, it is that size of community. Ultimately, I feel like community will be in the region of 1,000, 100,000, and it's going to be large enough because it's so much engagement, so much already connection with fans and creators, than trying to aim again for many million followers, but not actively engaged people. Also, digital scarcity enables that. When you think about most of the NFT projects, they are all scaled at 10,000 collections, 10,000 unique NFTs that you can own and makes you a member of a club. Sometimes I like to think like the Bored Ape is a club, the CryptoPunk is a club, and what entices you is not just owning the digital asset, it's the experience, the creativity, and many more perks and benefit now that happen both in metaverse and into physical world. And maybe the web, I was referring to myriad of virtual worlds for the metaverse. Now I'm also thinking it's a myriad of communities with some overlapping through ownership, through common joint ownership of NFTs. That's we're going to explore, and we're exploring, discover and connect in this paradigm.
And I want to jump into the sandbox. I know there's 10,000 doggies that are coming out, I think next week, from Snoop Dogg, and that's going to be interesting to see how those NFTs are played, maybe as avatars inside Sandbox. And I want to get to this because you have a virtual world, literally 166,000 plus parcels of real estate that I think are 96 meters by 96 meters. Maybe you can correct me. And then you're literally creating communities and neighborhoods, which I guess is the way we always form communities back in the hunter-gatherer days. So there's a very interesting parallel. Before we get into Sandbox, can you just tell me, while we're here, what you think of the closed metaverse a la Facebook Meta versus what you're creating as the open metaverse, just so people can see the differences. And I guess while I'm there, maybe you can talk about what you call the true metaverse, as in a company like Sandbox, that metaverse is in your DNA. You're not bolting this on as an experience to a retail brand or an auto brand or a sports team brand. This is like literally what you guys do. Maybe you can just speak on both of those points.
Okay, so first of all, about the doggies, great to mention it. And actually, we will be one of the first collection that comes out, not just as a 2D profile picture, but as a 3D character already animated, comes with 70 actions and more, dance, jump, fight, run, kill, many more. Based on Snoop Dogg, which is like this hip hop legend that performed at Super Bowl just last weekend. Each one of them is unique, and it's readily usable into a metaverse as your 3D character. That was very important for us to add the immediate utility. That's something you do not usually see anywhere else.
And just while we're there, it's immediately available in Sandbox and then potentially other metaverses?
That's what the technology enables. So in Sandbox, you will be able to play it in the next alpha season coming around beginning of March. Announcement coming really soon, and others, like as soon as they can support it, because they can read the user wallet, your ownership, and give you utility for that.
Right. And Snoop Dogg has built a mansion in the Sandbox that mimics his real life mansion in LA, I believe. Some people have paid a lot of money for the land around his mansion, and now it sounds like you're taking to the next level with these NFT doggies that are 3D with all sorts of actions that you can then move out of the metaverse. I mean, this is everything, you've been talking about that's now happening.
Exactly. Like Snoop Dogg is at the forefront of showcasing the utility of NFT interoperability. And we think it's great to have that, like a mainstream hip hop idol, showcase that in non-technological ways to his fan and the broader community.
Did you
And
watch?
that's maybe
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, of course. I watched his performance, of course.
Was he the best? He was the best at that Super
I
Bowl.
think yeah, I think history will show us that he just went one level higher in terms of lifestyle, culture, and what hip hop represents for the US and for the rest of the world.